The Missouri Senate put its stamp of approval on legislation aiming to change the state's abortion laws. For the second time since the end of the 2017 legislative session, Governor Eric Greitens called the General Assembly back to the state capitol to address an issue following the end of the legislative session. A recent court ruling threw out several of the state's laws regulating abortion facilities. Senate Bill 5 aims to address the court decision and create a new legal framework to regulate those facilities.
With the health stat ruling, they threw out a lot of our regulations because ambulatory surgical centers could no longer be regulated. So we really needed to set up a framework that would still allow the Department of Health to regulate abortion facilities.
The legislation defines an abortion facility and requires the practicing physician at the facility to be licensed in Missouri. It also contains language allowing the Department of Health to conduct annual unannounced inspections of abortion facilities. In addition, the legislation gives the state's Attorney General jurisdiction to investigate and prosecute any abortion-related incident in the state.
If there's a law that's being broken, our health and safety regulations are not being enforced, we just want another set of eyes looking on it because it's a very political issue, and you may have a lot of pressure on a local prosecuting attorney who may not want to take the case for political purposes.
Senate Bill 5 also aims to nullify a St. Louis City ordinance prohibiting discrimination based on an individual's reproductive health history, including the decision to have an abortion.
I am fed up with the constant attack on St. Louis because the rest of this body doesn't agree with it. We're not asking you to agree with it. We're passing our own laws in St. Louis for our people. Just like everybody in this chamber would want the same respect for the area that they represent.
Senators approved the legislation by a vote of 20-8. It now heads to the Missouri House of Representatives for further consideration. Reporting from the state capitol, I'm Jonathan Lorenz.